All right guys, so in this chipping drill, we're gonna learn how to, different clubs are gonna control your trajectory differently, and they're also gonna run out a different amount. So here, we're gonna start out with a 7-iron. We're gonna use 3 clubs for this, a 7-iron, a 9-iron, and a sand wedge, or your 56-degree wedge. You could use a 60-degree wedge if you want to, that would also be fine. And I want you to set up on the front of the green about a 4-foot gap between 2 strings. So we're gonna have one string, about a foot or 2 on the green, another string, 4 feet in front of that, and we're gonna be chipping to a hole. I've just thrown down a golf ball to simulate our hole here, out in the distance. I'm gonna start out with my 7-iron, and I'm gonna adjust either closer to the green or farther back until I get the right trajectory and the right spacing to where I can chip this ball. It's gonna land between these 2 strings and then roll out to that hole. And again, I'm starting out with my 7-iron. You can use any low lofted iron. If you wanna use a 6 or a 5, that's okay also. And I'm simply just gonna play a nice little bump and run shot. It landed in between the strings, right up beside the hole. Now from there, I'm gonna go ahead and mark this down, and I'll move on to my 9-iron. And I'm gonna take a couple steps back. I've already pre-spaced these. And now with this 9-iron, I know that I can be farther back. My 9-iron's now gonna get a little more loft on it. It's gonna carry farther in the air. So I've added another 4 feet of carry distance, but the amount that the ball rolls out is exactly the same. So I can take this 9-iron, go a few feet back. I'm gonna be able to land it in the exact same spot that I landed my 7-iron, and because it has more loft, it's not gonna roll out quite as much. There we go. We see that ended up about where I want it to be. If I want it to count for a point, I have to be within a club length of this ball when I end up. So I can easily see I'm within a club length there. And I have to get my ball to land in this zone, in between these 2 pieces of string. So I'm gonna do 5 shots with my 7-iron. As long as I get 1 point out of those 5 shots, I can move on to my 9-iron. I'm gonna do 5 more shots. I have to get 1 point with my 9-iron. Then I'm gonna grab my sand wedge and go farther back out again to where I can still land it between these 2 strings and be within a club length of that ball. And I have to get a point out of 5 shots from my sand wedge. So now we're adjusting from 7-iron to sand wedge, and we're starting to get a really good feel for how far to carry and how far to roll. Remember, with every shot that we hit with the chip, we want it to land on the front of the green, then roll out to the hole, is the general idea here. So we're gonna do that 1 out of 5. If you wanna get really good, we're gonna get 2 out of 5, and then 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 is pretty tough on this one because not only do you have to control your landing distance, you also have to control where the ball ends up, and you're changing your club. So it gets pretty difficult on that one. If you can get 4 out of 5, that's unbelievable. That's some really, really good chipping. So practice these drills, work on your club selection, learn how each club is going to react to different situations, and you're going to score a lot better. So good luck to you guys. I'll see y'all soon.